Hi, it's Ian String in the commentary box. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, can hear you.
Lovely. Many congratulations on an incredible game witnessed by us, fortunately, at the Etihad Stadium. Is that the best display that you've had since returning manager of Leicester City?
It was the best result. That's for sure, Ian. I think that, the performance and the result today was outstanding. I think we seen Manchester City last week against Wolves, and we've seen how good they were and how fit they were and how quickly they were into the game. So we knew coming to here was going to be a real test for us. But throughout the course of the game, we tactically we were very, very good. But we set the team up to just play a little differently to what I normally set the teams up. We're normally very much a high pressing team, but against such a team of quality, we wanted to deny them that space that little bit deeper, and then know that we'd have the players on counter attack to break out of that pressure and exploit the spaces. So, but showed a great mentality in to go behind so early in the game, and it was a great strike by Mahrez. We showed the calmness. I think we showed the development of the team and the young players, where they didn't panic, they stayed calm. And I thought by the time the first half ended, we showed enough real good moments in the game. And to win at 1-1 was what we were happy with, but we knew we could push on again in the second half.
The tactics, Brendan, I wonder whether you're happy to talk us through why you decided to opt for those tactics here at the Etihad against Manchester City. Counter-attacking football. Jamie Vardy's already said post-match that the idea was to come here and infuriate Manchester City. You certainly did that, but why did you choose those tactics here?
Well, there's such a great team that they want to go into the pockets. They want to find the pockets between your lines. And obviously, the higher you press against them, then they have an incredible technical ability. They've got world-class players all over the pitch. And players like that, sometimes you cannot press them. The ball's gone, and then they go and exploit the space that you've left. So it's like I said, anyone who knows me will probably have watched the game and never seen too many of my teams play like that. But I felt for this game, it was important from a tactical perspective to just take the keeper out of it, because you press the keeper too much. He's a top, he could play as a centre-half in some Premier League teams. He's that good with the ball. So we just decided to get into a 3/4 to half pitch shape, just deny the space. And then when the counter press comes, because it's, we will try to work on Manchester City, work on the counter press. Do we have then the quality to pass out of that and then be away in the break? And thankfully, we're able to do that with real quality this afternoon.
And the players that you asked to do that as well, Brendan, obviously that then offers you another option for other games as well now that you've proven that you can do that. But the players that operated so well with that, I'm thinking about James Justin, who you got from Luton Town, and Timothy Castagna, who is, quote, untried and untested in the Premier League. Both carried out those instructions brilliantly. You must be very proud, actually, that even Daniel Amati comes in. He's not played a Premier League game for almost 2 years and comes into a back three and does that. You must be really proud with... It's all well and good having the tactics, but the way in which they carried it out, particularly your wingers.
Yeah, they very much believed in it, which is important. I think that we went with a back five. Sometimes you play with a back four, and against Man City, your wingers end up going back, and then you end up with a back line of 6. So we felt that let's keep an extra man in attack. Where we go with the 5, we know we can exploit the space and come out of pressure because we get speed on the side, like you say, with JJ and Timothy on the other side. I thought those 2 boys were exceptional because they had, especially JJ on his side, because they're trying to overload in their numbers on his side, and he had to be very good tactically to when to be in and when to be out putting pressure. And so he coped with that, as well as then going and getting forward and being a real threat offensively. So all those good. Daniel Amati, like you say, he's been incredible, really. You think that he's been out for nearly 2 years, played his first game during the week, and I thought he was outstanding today, and how he lasted the game. Johnny coming back in, having only trained for 2.5 odd weeks, his first game back showed that real composure and quality that he has. And then obviously up the middle 2, I thought were very, very good. Papis and also Yuri in there, really controlled, because you got to run like hell against Manchester City. You got to work. You got to go side to side. You got to go up because they move the ball so quickly, and the team did that. And then offensively, we were such a threat and scored some really, really good goals.
Matt Piper really struggled with something today, Brendan, and I wonder whether you're able to help him. Initially, he gave the man of the match to James Justin, and then he retracted that and he gave it to the entire squad. So he's actually bottled a man of the match. Who would you say, sorry, Pipes, who would you say would be your man of the match today?
No, I think you can be absolutely 100% with Pipes on that. This was the team performance. You cannot come to here and get a result like we did and perform like we did unless the team is all synchronised and is one. So if ever there is a team man of the match, then it's certainly today. Yeah.
I've got to ask you about your injuries as well, Brendan. The one blot on the copybook, maybe Jamie Vardy looked like he might have a groin problem. Dennis Pratt knee, Johnny Evans as well. What do you know of those early on?
Yeah, Vards I think will be fine. He just got this hip issue, which has been ongoing really. He normally settles down after a few days, and then he works himself back into the game. So he just has this impingement on his hip. So we think he'll be fine. Johnny felt his calf, just tightened up first game for such a long time. So we're hoping that's all it is. Dennis, we'll have to wait and see. Got a sort of twist of his knee. So hopefully that won't be too serious, because again, I thought he was very, very good today, doing a lot of dirty work and giving us that quality as well when we had the ball. So hopefully those three will be okay.
Last one from me, Brendan. 3 wins from 3. It's been a hell of a start. Yeah, stopping anyone dreaming already?
Well, you and Pipes can just calm down this year. It's a great start. Lots of improvements still to make. We're scoring goals, which is important. I've demanded that we be more aggressive. So that's 12 in 3 games. We need to analyse the set pieces, because we were joint top in terms of conceding set pieces last year. So we're disappointed with the 2 that we've given away. We'll analyse that. But no, speak to me with 3 games to go, Ian, and we'll see where we're at then.
I'll do that. We'll have collected our money at the bookies by then. Well done, Brendan.
Cheers. Thank you. Thanks.
Ian Stringer on BBC.
Okay, Simon Stone, please.
104.9 FM. And
Brendan, congratulations on the win. What about the character of your team? Because obviously the way that you finished last season was probably a little bit disappointing. To be able to come straight back and start winning again straight away says a lot for them.
Yeah, I think there's probably a little bit more made of it, Simon, than what there is within the squad and the group and ourselves. I think, I reinforced with the players over the course of the summer, whatever the narrative is, you had a fantastic season. And European football for only the second time in the history of the club, and finishing like we did. Of course, we would have wanted the Champions League, but we didn't make it. So let's move on from it. Let's continue to improve this year, and that was our mantra throughout the course of the pre-season. So whatever we did or didn't do, or what people felt we did last year, it didn't really matter. This is a new season, and so it's a new motivation, and excitement for me was that there's continual improvements that we can make. So the mentality of the team was right there from our pre-season and the work that we did, and we've obviously started the season pretty well.
And what's the plan in terms of strengthening over the next week? We were told you had a bid in for Tarkowski. Clearly, it's an area you're looking to strengthen.
Yeah, but we'll speak about signings when we get them. We want to improve the squad, of course. There's a long season ahead, and timeline and games is very tight, so we need to have more bodies in. But that's something that the club will work very hard in doing that. And come the end of the window, we'll see what we have, and then we'll move forward either way.
Ben Ransom, please.
Hi, Brendan. Just following up on that point, I know you're working on signings, but does the performance of some of the young players, particularly in the last 3 games, does that make it slightly easier if you're not able to get the bodies in that you'd like in the next week?
No, listen, I'm not. We want to strengthen the squad, but either way, it's okay. Whatever we do, I know the club will always do everything they possibly can to support the team and the group. So we're not certainly going to fall out over it, that's for sure. It's something that we know we want to strengthen. If we can get the players in, great. If not, I'll always look for young players anyway. And that's something that is important for the development of the squad. And we've got a number of young players here that have been given their opportunities end of last season, part of this season. And I'm sure that'll continue to be the case.
And can I just ask quickly as well about James Maddison? Obviously, working his way back to fitness, it was some goal when he did come on. How close is he to being able to start, and what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he's a special talent. James is unfortunate. He'd been out for such a long time, and he's working his way up to speed. He's not there yet, and that's a frustration for him because he's in pre-season and he's ready to start. But until he's at that point, he did a good 70 minutes in the week. He comes into the game today, and I know he's got that big talent. So to come in and score a goal of that quality against such a top-level keeper, it's a really, really special goal. And I think for the people here watching it, it was a brilliant moment for everyone to see that level of goal. But of course, for him and the team, it was spectacular. So yeah, he's working hard. Get another week ahead now, and he will ramp up his fitness and preparation for next weekend.
Okay, folks, we just do 2 or 3 more. Jordan Blackwell, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
Can I just ask about did you have a chat with Daniel Amate at all before this week's games because he's been out for so long? And if so, what did you say to him?
Not so much. He felt the trust. Of course, I spoke to him briefly in terms of how well he'd been training, and then he felt the confidence of coming into the game. I wanted to see how he would do because he's done so well in training. It's no different to Cags. When I came in and he wasn't playing or he wasn't in the squad, but he really impressed me in training. So Daniel was the same. He's worked his way back to a really good level, and he's come back and showed absolutely incredible fitness level over this last week to play Arsenal and play Man City Thursday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Sunday, and your first games for 2 years. Then it really shows how hard he's worked and the trust I had in him to put him in. So that's a great credit to him and all the work that he's done.
And he's going to continue to be an option throughout the season, is he? I know we've spoken before about you wanted to strengthen at the back, but is he going to stick around it and be an option there for you?
Yeah, most definitely. But I think we still need to strengthen because it's a long season. You pick up an injury or two, then all of a sudden you're bare, and that's probably what disrupted us towards the end of last season. So we want to have quality on the field and quality on the outside ready to come in.
Thanks, Brendan.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Rob Tanner, please.
Hi, Brendan. How you doing?
Hi, Rob.
Brilliant performance. Just wanted to ask you about Jamie Vardy and that record against the Big Six. I know we've discussed it in the past, but it was such an intelligent performance tonight. Not just his finishing, but the runs he was making and the job you had him doing on Rodri. That record is just phenomenal, though, isn't it, Brendan?
Oh, he's a phenomenal player. And I said to him over the last couple of days, and in particular yesterday when we were doing our final preparation, that he had a really specific job to do, and just stiffening up that midfield and just playing off of one of their controlling players. But I know he can do it. He's tactically so good in the game, and that's what people may not recognise with Jamie. They'll see his goals, they see his running, but the joy to work with someone with he's got an incredible view of football. He understands the game, and he understands if you give him a job, he knows exactly what it is he's been asked to do. So that, along with his running ability and threatening their back line, he was sensational today.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Okay, safe trip home.
Thank you.